So I get this question a lot repeat question from a lot of my clients, and I thought it's important to address. And the question is, what are the top two or three solid, strong passports that I should add to my passport portfolio? You obviously have some passport, right? You come from somewhere, that you're from the US or you're from Canada or you're from, let's say, an Asian country. You have some nationality to begin with, and you're looking to add solidity, strength in today's day and age, and there's enough reason for you to add more passports. I won't go over the benefits, you already know it. Most of my viewers who are watching my channel know the reason why you would at least need 2 or 3 other passports in your portfolio, and what are some of the absolute must-haves to build a strong passport portfolio. So I wanted to discuss the top 3 options that one should target, or one should consider at least. And then I'm also going to deep dive into the details of how you could acquire each of these passport options. But before we get started, if you aren't yet subscribed to my channel, make sure to turn on the bell notification and subscribe, because that will keep you updated on any changes to any of the programs, including launch of any new programs. The first one, I would say, let's start off with North Americas. You need to have at least one powerful, solid citizenship in the North Americas. The best one over there is Mexico. Again, fairly straightforward and simple requirements. A great solid passport that gets you EU, gets you UK, gets you access to Canada, gets you indirect access to the US through the TN route. So it is one of the most powerful passports that you can find in the world. So that's one. The simplest way to get it is through showing them through the economic solvency. It has 3 options. One is, you have average monthly balance in your bank account, a very modest amount. The second one is you're earning approximately $2,700 per month. If you have consistent income, then that's the second way of qualifying. The third way of qualifying is through property purchase. Let's say you're spending $350K in purchasing a property, and I'm talking approximate amounts here. By each consulate, these amounts change. They have separate requirements, but on an average, $350K USD to $375K USD if you're purchasing a property. This helps you diversify your funds in a new country. You're trying to get your monies out of your home country into a new country. And if you do this in Mexico, then you still qualify for the same residency. This residency has to be kept for 5 years. And this is a flexible option, right? So a lot of people don't want to commit all their time to the country. They want to keep things flexible. So this provides you with a flexible residency, and then towards the end, there's minimal physical presence required in order to apply for citizenship. You spend that much time towards the end, and then you can obtain yourself a Mexican passport, which gives you coverage all across North America. The second one is in the Latin Americas. You can either choose from Brazil or Argentina. Both have pathways to citizenship. Let's talk about Argentina, right? So there's a good chance that there would be a right-wing presidential candidate Javier in Argentina. A lot of people might actually prefer living there for a small amount of time, right, to qualify for your citizenship. Once you get that passport, that is again a very, very solid travel document. That is particularly good for the Mercosur freedom of movement. You have a lot of opportunity, and you can collect other citizenships too if you have that all-important Argentinian nationality. Requirements are fairly simple. Just like Mexico, you have a couple of $1,000s in monthly income. You can directly jump onto the temporary residency, and then once you have that temporary residency, that's the starting point. Couple of years, you're looking at a very good nationality with Argentina. If you look at the Africas, my favorite one over there is Mauritius. Again, very modest requirements, $1,000 of application fees. You can start off with a temporary residency. There's some other qualifying criteria which you got to sort of set up, and we have attorneys who do that very easily. There's also the property investment. Just like Mexico, you invest $350K approximately in USD in Mauritius, purchase a condo, diversify some funds, and then you get access to the same residency. Then you can obviously naturalize by spending some time in Mauritius. You got to schedule these correctly, right? So it takes some time towards the end. As long as you're putting in your time intelligently, you're doing this one after the other, you can collect very important nationalities by spending that much time and completing those requirements. So that's the Mauritius option in Africa's If you talk about Europe, you should at least have one good solid citizenship from that region. I think the two, and I'm not talking about the multiple options that one might have through descent, right? Through descent, you can pretty much have access to a broad variety of citizenships. But that aside, let's say you don't have your grandfather or your grandmother or your parents from the European region. The two of my favorite picks over there are you have Turkey, right? A lot of people actually like Turkey by purchasing a property at 400k, so that's one option. The second option is the Serbian option. Serbia has opened up a lot of opportunity. It's become a lot more accessible. A lot of people from the Caucasus region have obtained the Serbian nationality. It used to be slightly tougher before. Now they have well-defined guidelines and principles. Again, I worked with one of the best attorneys in Serbia. If you're interested in pursuing your Serbian residency that then leads to citizenship in relatively less amount of time, then you can always click the link in the description, book a call with us, and we can get you started with the Serbian option. But the Serbian passport is, I think, better than the Turkish passport in terms of the mobility, as well as the way it's perceived around the world. This is my personal opinion, right? This is no kind of advice, but I feel the Serbian passport is much stronger in terms of the respect that it commands, in terms of that travel freedom, etc. So these are the three top picks that I feel are good ones to add to anyone's portfolio. And the best thing is all of these options are achievable, and the investments are fairly low. If you do this wisely and correctly, you can sequence your time in a way in which you can acquire some or all of these options. Well, I hope you liked this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Make sure you're subbed, and catch you in the next one.